I've been seeing a lot of videos and people talking about making an issue about about the Mexican flag being waved at a lot of these protests, these marches, right? And of course, most of them are just kind of just ignorant, right? The way they're trying to frame the Mexican flag um, as foreign or whatever, too. With totally negating the history it has on this continent, right? They're really missing the cultural and identity element that it represents more so I feel than the nationality. As far as the flag burning goes, it's a valid form of protest, right? I would just again too, going back to the one of the critiques about a lot of these marches happening is that for the most part they've been pretty kind of unfocused, lacking in message and lacking in leadership, right? Which I can generally agree with what I've seen so far. I wouldn't say that whether or not it's right or wrong. I would say it's more a matter of when and where to do it, right? There's different times to send different messages, so it's like that's what I would say is the bigger issue. And again, going back to really trying to understand and hear who are the most vulnerable people in our communities who are at these marches, right? Or in general, what do they want to have done? What do they want to say? What's their message, right? Don't think all have some type of rage and something we want to express, but we have to figure, okay, who are really the most vulnerable? And like again, it's an attack on all of us, right? As a brown person, maybe as a fifth generation citizen, right? There's still a lot of things that could possibly affect me, right? Because they're coming after brown people. They're not just coming after criminals or undocumented, right? But again, I know I have a lot more privilege in a lot of ways than someone who's undocumented. So really consider who's the most vulnerable and how much are you listening to them and what they want to have done. Lastly, but not leastly, too, I would definitely say if we're going to be waving the Mexican flag wherever you are in whatever city in the Southwest or wherever, make sure that you try to connect with the original people, those original tribal nations of those areas, have their flag at the forefront with yours, right? Because even as Mexicans, right, even though we belong to the land and we're related to all these folks here in North America, Mexican people as a nation, Central Americans as a nation, whatever, we're still visitors to these territories, right? We're not the caretakers of these territories, even though we're in mass, right? So we need to make sure that we're not embodying um, the qualities that we critique in the colonizer, right? Imposing and overriding and erasing and things of that nature, right? Again, too, and not only that, but working with local tribal nations, it'll empower them and it'll empower us. And again, it'll keep our movement rooted. So I just want to add that real quick.